Another good game for us, obviously. Started with Noah Hall. It always starts on the mound, and that's what happened today. 8 innings, 8 strikeouts, no runs. Can't ask for anything more than that. And we asked for our starters to give us length. He gave us length, and it was great to see the senior Cam Tringali be able to come in there on senior day and close it out.
Just with Noah, just what was working for him today? Seems like they were really couldn't really square up that changeup for him.
Yeah, I mean, everything was working. I wouldn't say he was his sharpest today, but he was just around the plate enough that when they tried to square him up, his ball moves enough that it's off the barrel. And, I said it on the broadcast there, he was under the weather today. So not only was he dealing with the blister, he was dealing with a little bit of strep throat and not feeling great. So to give that performance out there, it was hot out there again. Just shows the kind of warrior that kid is.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask about, the blister and the strep throat. Did you go into today with any kind of nerve that whether he would be able to give you a quality performance, and when did that settle, if there were?
Yeah, well, Derek Scott asked me on the pregame show, was I confident or optimistic or hesitant about how he would be? I said probably all those things. Confident with knowing who he is, but hesitant because it's hard to overcome the heat, the blister, being sick, but it's just that kid has what it takes when it really matters. And so we were optimistic he would do what he did, but until you see it, you just don't know.
You were talking about Cam on senior day. What was your sense of what the emotions were like, for the seniors on this team before the game? And is it difficult maybe when you do that ceremony right before a game to snap back into, okay, let's play ball? What's sort of that like?
Yeah, every team goes through it every year, and senior day is always bittersweet. You're so proud of the guys that have been through the program for so long, and they've gotten to graduation, and they've had baseball careers in the SEC. So you're very proud of them, but it's bittersweet because pretty soon you don't get to coach them anymore, and they're not a part of the program anymore. So senior days are always bittersweet, but when you can have seniors have good days on this day, it just makes it that much more memorable. Belk had a good day. Eister had a good day. Cam got to close it out. That's just really, really cool stuff to see.
You mentioned being optimistic about Hall and what he could give you. When did you kind of first get the sense that, okay, he's settled in and he might be able to give us some length?
I thought he hit his second wind really in the sixth. He was laboring a little bit, and the pitch count was getting up there. I think he had 40 pitches or maybe 30 pitches through the 2 innings. But then he had a couple innings there in the middle, especially the sixth, if I'm not mistaken, where he had a quick inning, got quick outs, and then he really settled in, and his command was that much better after that. So I think it was the sixth, maybe it was the fifth, but I thought about midway through his outing, he kind of got not only his second wind, but found his command.
This is probably too broad of a question, but y'all have had double-digit hits a lot here the last few weeks. Is there anything that's just changed, or is it just guys who have been growing? I didn't know if there's anything from an approach standpoint or anything that's just been different.
No, I just think it's a natural evolution of hitters. I think obviously half the lineup at the bottom there is young guys that are learning how to play at this level. I think you have the older guys at the top, the Belks, the Maddens, the Seitlers, the Eisters, the Wimmers, who've gotten a lot of at-bats, and they've gotten better as the year's gone on. All those guys are better hitters now than they were a year ago. So I just think it's a combination of all those things. We're trending in a very good direction. We are showing improvement late in the season like you want to see. And those guys have worked hard with Coach Kaye and done a really nice job together.
Is this obviously Becker didn't throw today. Austin comes back on a day of rest tomorrow. Is this probably the best your bullpen set up for a Game 3 since moving Becker to the pen in terms of freshness and availability?
Yeah, I think so. And again, they have their by far their best pitcher, one of the premier pitchers in the league, and therefore the country, throwing tomorrow. Stats jump off the page. So we'll have our hands full tomorrow, but we'll also have we'll have a fairly fresh Cade and a fresh Becker. So it should be a great ball game.
When are you going to join into the Evan Stone clapping deal? When it comes to the plate?
Good question, John. Not yet. Not yet. If we really have something to celebrate, that's when I'll jump. Until it's something really significant to celebrate and hop on board with, I'm going to stay patient with that. It's one heck of a deal he got going there. I'm surprised it hasn't swept the nation yet. But when it does, then I'll hop on board.
Obviously, you talk about still being alive for the postseason until you're eliminated. Just how important, with the margin for error, what it is to come out here and play probably your 2 best games of baseball over the course of these last 18 years.
Again, I just think it shows the resilience of this team. it's a together team. They haven't given in, and we've asked them repeatedly, don't give in, stay in the fight, and we're doing that. And I'm not going to play the guessing game or the what-if game, but you look at our record and know how many games we are that close to winning in this league. I mean, it's amazing how close we could be to the top with a very small margin for error. So the record is what it is, but it's just I'm just very proud of this group that they're continuing to improve, continuing to play hard, and continuing to play with enthusiasm. John asked me yesterday about having fun in the dugout. You have fun when you win, but you also have to have fun through the tough times to allow you to get through that fire to get out the other side. And this team has done that.
Any more questions?
All right. Thank you.